Hey everyone, Complex back with another video, and today we're in Stardew Valley and we're specifically going to talk about some of my favorite mods. Now, if you've checked out Ella's Let's Play here on YouTube, you probably know I'm using quite a few mods. And if you haven't checked out her Let's Play yet, I am linking it in the description down below so you can go ahead and take a peek at it if you'd like. But like I said, I love mods and I'm using a lot of them in this Let's Play. And with that, I wanted to share with you what some of my favorite ones are. Now, these are what I consider more quality of life improvement mods for myself personally. The aesthetic mods that I'm using, I will do a top video for down the road. But something to bear in mind is that these are, of course, my personal preference. Not everybody is going to enjoy these mods, but maybe there'll be something in here that, well, you might like to add to your game. So let's just dive on into it. And now, before we start talking about the various mods, I do want to let you know that you are going to need the SMAPI as well as content patcher mods. I will link them in the description down below. And the one thing that is especially important to note is that you do need to have the SMAPI, the EXE that you get with it once you install it. That is how you're going to launch your game from now on once you start using mods, as opposed to using the vanilla EXE that you got with the game. You need to use the SM API, so then that way all of your mods apply when you start up the game. But let's dive into our first mod, and that is called Birthday Mail. I've been using Birthday Mail since pretty much it came out way back when, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I love this mod and how useful I find it. All it does is have Mayor Lewis send you a piece of mail every time it is somebody's birthday. Now, some people might call this cheating, maybe, but you know what? It's super cute because all of the mails that you get are pretty in character for Mayor Lewis, and they're really sweet and cute. And also, it's just really handy to have. There are a lot of villagers, and trying to remember everybody's birthday is a lot of work. And I, for one, always forget to go check the calendar because there are 4,500 other things to do. So if you're somebody that forgets birthdays, or you just kind of want to hear from somebody occasionally more in the mail than you already do in the base game, make sure you check out this mod. Up next, we have seasonal villager outfits. I am obsessed with this mod. I actually just installed it for Ella's playthrough, so you've been seeing it the entire time on the Let's Play. I love how it literally will give the villagers a different outfit per a season, so everybody definitely looks a little bit more immersive. They look like they're bundled up during the winter, which is really nice. Now, the other cool thing is there are festival outfits as well as rain outfits. So when it's raining, they look a little bit more weather appropriate, and they look a little bit more festive for the festivals. The other cool thing is if you do decide to get married in Stardew Valley, the mermaid pendant that you give your spouse is now actually on their portrait once you get married, which I love. So it adds that other level of immersion to, well, getting married in Stardew Valley. But if you are somebody that definitely wants to kind of spice things up with the villagers and their outfits, make sure you check out this mod. Now, the next mod I have for you is the Doki dialogue series of mods. There is one mod author called Alistera Weekend who has done a series of Doki dialogue that expands upon the romantic dialogue for some of the bachelors. So you have one for Harvey, one for Alex, one for Sebastian, one for Elliot, as well as one for Sam. So if you're thinking about romancing and or marrying any of these guys, I'd highly suggest checking out these mods. I am a huge sucker for a lot of different mods that add a variety of dialogue, and I actually do have quite a few of them in my game currently. But the Doki is definitely my favorite as far as the romance side of it goes, just because it makes it more well-rounded. I've actually in previous playthroughs used the Sebastian one, and I absolutely adored it. So cannot recommend them enough. Check them out if you too would like to have a little bit more romance dialogue. Now, last but not least, I have for you Fishing Made Easy Sweet for content patcher. So I'm not a huge fan of fishing in this game. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of the fishing minigame. And I used to have a mod that just made it basically so you'd fish and instant catch all of the fish. But I wanted something a little bit different for the Let's Play, so I looked around and found this. What the cool thing about this mod is that once you launch your game for your first time and then exit out, you will get a file where you can actually edit the values of what you'd like the fishing mod to do. So there are a variety of options. One is just a variety of different thresholds to make the fishing slightly easier. The other thing you can do is have something like legendary fish are recatchable. So you can have that change plus make the fishing easier. You can also have all fish show up in all like seasons and weather and all times of day. So you can really customize this to whatever you're looking for your fishing experience if you're somebody that doesn't like the vanilla fishing. So if you're like me and not a huge fan, make sure that you check this mod out to make your life all the more easy. But y'all, that is going to be it from me today. Those are what I consider my top personal, essential, quality of life improvement Stardew Valley mods. Wow, that is a lot of words to describe what we just did today, but those are my favorite mods. If you haven't checked them out, I cannot suggest enough that you hop on over to Nexus and check them out. I will leave a link in the description down below for each of the mods in case you'd like to have them in your game as well. And don't forget to stay tuned to the aesthetic mod video that I will do down the road. But otherwise, y'all, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night and or day, depending on where you are in the world. And we'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.